we really just kind of were creating a song that was sort of like a ballad for your fleshlight, if your fleshlight had, a personality, and then it just kind of took shape from there.
In 10 years, who knows? We could all be dating robots.
Yeah, there's nothing funny about it, man.
It's nothing funny about it, dude. It's coming true. It's a documentary.
It's based on like an actual robot named Sophia. Sophia had been something that we had known about for a minute, and she kind of was this weird thing where the creators of her got her even passed as a citizen. And so I thought there's just something crazy there. So she was purely the inspiration for the robot, the computer backing on the head and that kind of crazy face she has. So we drew a lot from her.
I got to the studio late and you guys were already working, and Christian had he made a beat out of this Spanish guitar, and it was super like sexy and dope. And so we had this idea mulling, and then Noel was like, what if we just did this song, and it's kind of like a classic rap song, but every lyric is kind of a double meaning about this robot girl. And so we were just like, that's great, and we just ran with it.
Bad bitch got feelings, she don't catch none. Red pill, blue pill, you gonna take one. Cody had come up with the first half of the chorus, and then I thought to throw in the red pill, blue pill, just because I think with the way the chorus was starting out, it felt like a serious song. So I thought, okay, let's throw something in here that gets the premise across, but in a way it's not too, doesn't take you out of it too much. It's just kind of like, oh, okay, they're talking about some weird Matrix stuff now. And I like the way she works. She don't fake none.
She's just code. She can't fake anything, and she doesn't actually feel feelings, but she's still a bad bitch.
Talk to her like boot up first. Move that skirt. Throw chips at it, and she make that neck work. So with the way the beat kind of breaks down at that moment in the song, I thought, I want the lyrics to kind of ride to that. So, it's like, it has a rhythm to it. So then I just kind of started to think of just computer shit, boot up. It's like starting.
That was like one of the only parts of the song that we didn't have done after the first session or something like that. And we went back. We always are like, okay, we'll write it home. And then we never do. But the next session, we came in and Noel just put that down. And I was like, that is genius. It's genius. That makes the whole song right there.
Thank you, bro.
So he did his homework. He wrote at home.
I did my homework.
She gonna say what she want and she gonna back it up. No bad blood, but she bad enough. She's honest because she's a robot, so she has to be honest. She can't lie. Same thing like with the chorus. But there's no bad blood because she's super hot, and also she doesn't have blood at all because she's a robot. So. And she could do it all night. She got stamina. She give me good brain. She doing algebra. I was all right at math in high school, and then when I got to college, it just slapped me in the face. I remember I had to do discrete math for computer science because we were both software engineers.
I didn't go to school for it. I'm just, as I've said before, I'm just, we go crazy with the math bars.
This song, writing these lyrics, really brought back some some early memories of failing math in college and failing computer science. I almost failed out, for real. And why you acting nice cold? Thought you knew me. I'm right here, but you're looking right through me. She got me thinking there's a spark. Then she pull the plug, lights out, she go dark. How do you know when there's a spark? You just feel it,
Yeah.
You just feel it. It's that rush of electricity through your body. And then you realize that you're balls deep in a literal robot and you're getting shocked because you spilled some water on her.
Little mama cool calm, she don't say much, only hit the plug for a re-up. Always got my attention. Mira, baby clear-headed like Frieza. Frieza is a character on Dragon Ball Z, and I was specifically thinking of the version of Frieza where the back of the head is purple, and it's got this purple and white, look. And his head is it looks clear. I thought it just would have been an interesting rhyme there. It's not a word that you hear often. I feel that's only kind of newer rappers would reference stuff like that. So I just thought it's an appropriate time to use it. Little board in a box, the bitch Candyland. Baby missing all of the nerves. I call her Ativan. So Ativan, to my knowledge, is something that can reduce anxiety. I know it's got different uses, but
it's a benzo.
It's basically a benzo, yeah. I thought that'd be an interesting way to just refer to a robot, she's got no nerves, call her Ativan. Gonna leave you on red, just like the Anchorman. With the Anchorman line, I actually was just referring to the literal red suit on his that he wears, like the burgundy suit. So just leave you on red, but also double meaning for leave you on red. Like she's not paying attention to you or your feelings. Doing lines with zeros, Lindsay Lohan. Yeah, shout out Lindsay, bro. Please don't come after me. Yeah, you know, doing lines of zeros, binary, you know, it's all lines of ones and zeros. And I just thought about Lindsay Lohan doing lines of coke with losers in a bathroom, you know.
That's the best. This is the best line in the song. By far, dude. You said that, we were cracking the fuck up. You're sitting there with a smile on your face. That's when I know you got something funny. And we're like, what is it? And you're like, just wait. I just gotta figure out how this fits. And finally you stand up, you're like, I got it. Punch me in.
Oh,
It
man.
doesn't. We're all like, what?
Yeah.
I'm just picturing Lindsay Lohan in fucking Mykonos
Yeah.
railing a line in some bathroom.
With a dude with 4 teeth.
She a California girl. She my Westworld. She's making moves like a chessboard. Westworld is like a place that rich people go where they can live out their wildest, craziest desires because everyone there is a robot, so they can murder and they can have sex. So that's why I referenced it, because the show has robots. But it's also like she's a California girl. Like she's like, you know, she's my West Coast girl. She's my Westworld. But yeah.
Bars.
She topped me off like a fresh pour, then she iced me, like what we got a text for. Have I ever been iced like that?
Don't lie. Tell the truth.
No.
Oh, get out of here.
No, I have. I definitely have in the past. I mean, we all have.
Not
right? Yeah, right. You have.
me. I'm 50-0, man.
Yeah, right. She got me in my head like a whippet. She want to go again right away. We just finished. We've been up 3 days going crazy, no sleep. It's like you don't even miss it. I was just picturing like this 3-day just like orgy, like just 3 days of sex, because she goes nonstop, and you know she's gonna go as long as I'm gonna go. Noel thought I meant drugs, like I was doing drugs with her for 3 days, and so he said got me in my head like a whippet, and I was like, that's perfect. And so now it's a drug and sex bender with this robot.
Super relatable.
Yeah, it's super. I mean, we've all been there too.
Make me come back like Fila. She got fire neck. She tequila. Throwing that shit back, huh? Maria. Listen, this is just me showcasing I'm a cultured man of many eras, okay? And I reference a throwback song, you know, by Santana, which if you've never heard it, you should go look it up because it's a banger.
Yeah, that's a banger. That sucks so bad that Gen Z hears that sample and they go, that's the DJ Khaled song.
Yeah, I know, right? Damn. Slide to her harder than a Visa. Doing more bars than Genius. Her voice in my head like Joaquin Phoenix. Grabbing on my... It was a cool fit. You know, I was thinking like bars on like a battery. Like on your phone. You know, doing more bars than Genius. Honestly, man, it was after the Verified, and I was just, you know, I thought it was cool that we got a bit of acknowledgement from you guys. And I actually wrote this in reverse. So I had the Joaquin Phoenix line, and then I needed something to build up to it. So then I just said, oh, Genius, cool. I had actually never seen that movie, Her, until like pretty recently to when we had written the song. I thought just saying that bar literally, just like her voice in my head, like Joaquin Phoenix, I just thought I don't know, I thought it sounded cool. So yeah, I just wanted to work off that. But basically the movie is about a dude with an AI who is in his head because he has to wear an earpiece, and she's talking to him all day and he can talk to her back. It's like what you want Siri to be, but she won't be for another 100 years. Come home, pop out, already top out, hit it with the glove, and I make that bitch knock out. The last line of the song is pretty obscure, but I was really just thinking about using a condom before using your flashlight.
Wait, do you not use a condom when you use a flashlight?
Oh, no, I always use a condom when I use my
you're
flashlight.
supposed to, right?
Yeah,
okay.
you're definitely supposed to use a condom
good.
when you use your
Yeah.
flashlight.
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how I do. Flavored ones.